The Rocket Review is sponsored by Why Not Saloon.
He's an incredible multi-instrumentalist, singer, and songwriter that I've been a fan of years, and so have many other people. AJ Croce, back on the show again.
Hey, thanks for having me.
It's
man.
nice to catch you off tour for a few, weeks.
Yeah,
in
days.
between. Yeah, days. And especially with your brand new album that came out, Part of the Eternal, that came out in March.
Yes.
And you and I were talking about this, AJ, and it's so interesting compared to your last album that came out, doing more covers and everything like that. And with this one, you worked with Shooter Jennings.
Yeah.
In Los Angeles.
I did, yeah.
How'd that go?
It was amazing. It was so much fun. We had lost touch over the years. I had actually done a session with his dad about 30 years ago. And I met Shooter then, and it was just really brief, but he was really sweet. And when I was looking to work with someone, I wanted to find someone that was going to take me a little out of my comfort zone. I wanted to try something different and work with someone a little younger than I had worked with in the past. And so it was kind of perfect. I called him up a couple years ago, and we started talking about the ideas and what to do. And he'd just taken over the new the studio at Sunset Sound, Studio 3, and which is such a great historic, studio. And it was great. We had so much fun. My band went in. We'd been on the road for a couple years, pretty much.
And you've got such an
nonstop.
incredible band also, AJ.
Truly.
And to be able to take them into the studio playing on these songs, and and certainly you and I have talked before about the Croce Plays Croce, which is selling out everywhere you go, because I don't think anybody can do your dad's music justice better than you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, but also I think what's great about the show, and I know with the Heart of the Eternal tour that you're going to be doing this year, you're going to kind of turn it upside down, as you said it.
Yeah.
But I like it too, because you're such an incredible artist, AJ, that you also intertwine your own songs.
I have to.
And you have those requested. But I had so many songs I loved on this new album, including one of the first ones that grabbed me was Reunion.
Yes, something I wrote with John Oates.
What a great song, and that B3,
thank
kind
you.
of haunting.
Oh,
but I mean, just a
thank you.
powerful song, and then you've got I Got a Feeling.
Yes.
Just fun guitar.
Sort of psychedelic soul. Yeah.
I mean, it is not your typical AJ Croce. When I was listening to this, I'm like going, you have definitely gotten out of your box again. But you've never been in one.
No, it's hard to put me in one. I don't fit well in boxes.
Well, another great song on here too, and I mean, I could go through all of them because I enjoyed all your songs on here. The Finest Line. How did you end up working with Margo Price?
It was complete coincidence. We were recording. I forget exactly which track we were recording, and she came in to say hi to Shooter and heard what we were doing and offered to sing on anything that might come up. And I had just finished The Finest Line, and I looked at it and I said, well, if I could break the verses in half, this could be a really cool duet. And that's what we did.
Well, and when I saw that, I thought, I don't know how that's, and then I listened, and it wowed me.
It's pretty haunting.
Although your voice also on All You Want with the jazz, I mean, that is so incredible. Your vocals, I think from 3 years of solid touring, you've just honed your vocals, but you've also honed your guitar playing now.
Well,
you were always a pianist first.
Of course, yeah, still am. I mean, that's my first instrument. But with playing all of my dad's stuff for 3 years out on the road, it made me a pretty good guitar player.
Yes, it has. Especially when you could take solos on your own album.
Well, I know it's funny because I always left it to great guitar players, and I've been so fortunate to work with so many great guitar players, from Ry Cooder to Robin Ford and so on and so forth. But it was just one of those things where I wanted it to be me. Because it was going to sound like me, for better or for worse, and I just, I had a certain confidence in knowing that I could pull it off, I had a couple doubts on a couple songs, but once I got into it, like the diminished runs on Complications of Love.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
I tried to have someone come in and play this like Django stuff, but they were like, that's not really my bag, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I got to do it. So
you can look around and go, oh, who's going to do this? I am.
So
But it's great also that you've upped your game on guitar like that, because you've had to, to play your dad's music and everything, but also your own music has always pushed the envelope, AJ. And it seems like with this album especially, I mean, there's no filler on this album.
I'm glad you like it.
I mean, it's like there's so many great songs. If you're just listening through, On a Roll, Hey Margarita. That's just like a sing-along song. So much fun. It just different. I can hear your influences, but it's all still AJ Croce also.
That's what I'm aiming for. I mean, I think that people have known me to draw from a lot of eras and styles and genres and really different styles within different years, and kind of curate the music and make it original. It's what I've done since my first record, and I think it's more about my own identity now. I think you can really hear it because I'm not relying on my influences as much as I did as a young musician.
It feels more confident. It feels like to me, I think once again, Shooter Jennings, such a great producer as you know, but it seems like to me, you're confident in what you're doing. I mean, I just think that confidence has grown over the years, and this seems like really a great representation of you, a musical snapshot of you at this time.
Well, thank you. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of what we did. I'm proud of the band. I'm proud of everyone that was involved in it, and just in general, what I'm working on these days has been so much fun, and no pun intended, but I just feel like it's been a really, really great experience.
Yeah, and also playing the Ryman this fall. I think October 12th.
I know, my
back
second
at the Ryman,
time.
Selling
I can't,
that again.
Oh.
It seems like the Opry would be knocking on your door soon too. AJ. Is that just me?
I would love it.
I think
love
you
to
could
play some piano on
bring a little piano to the Opry in there too.
I would love it. A little Charlie Rich.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But it harkens back to, reminded me of when you were so young and you were crawling up to the piano, starting to play, and then on tour with B.B. King at 18.
Yeah.
And with all of these other amazing musicians. But now it seems like, particularly in this new album with Heart of the Eternal, AJ, you've really distilled down your sound. And it's like you can do your dad's stuff and be, reminisce with that, but also you've got the AJ Croce sound.
Absolutely, and I think they are different, but there's a consistency as well, and it's in the storytelling, and I think that's really the secret of it. It's the secret of the live show is the storytelling. I always joke around on stage that my dad could play a 2-hour show and only play 4 songs, because he was telling so many stories, and it's really a big part of what the songs are about, but also what the show is about. And so being able to touch on the classics and play some of those hits, because I know people love to hear them, and then also switch it up night after night and be able to have a pretty loose framework for a set, but keep the originality.
And also your own deep catalog now.
Yeah,
which is something to be proud of.
11 albums now, so there's a lot of songs on there.
I may be biased though, but I think this might be the best so far.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what, be sure and catch him on tour also, AJ Croce. The album is out now. You can get it on vinyl or CD. I recommend vinyl. Heart of the Eternal. It's going to be a whole tour. Still get to hear some of Jim Croce's classic songs too, but you're going to want to request more of these because you're going to love these new songs as much as I do. Great album. I'll tell you what, a lot of hits on here, I think.
Oh, thank you.
I could hear that. You need to add this to your playlist, however you consume music, but also go see AJ live. And if you're in the Nashville area or coming to visit, October 12th at the Ryman.
That's it. See you there.
Buddy.
All right.
Heart of the Eternal, AJ Croce.
The Rocket Review is sponsored by Why Not Saloon.